Hello, here's Quist, and today I'm not playing Dominion. Today I want to try something differently. I'm playing on Yukata D, where you can play board games asynchronously. A game called Kashgar, Händler der Seidenstraße. I don't think it's released in English, so that's why I think I want to showcase it. I recently found out of it, and it's a really awesome game. It's from designer Gerhard Hecht. It's for 2 to 4 players, takes about 45 minutes, and is from the publisher KOSMOS, so that's probably why it's not released in English. And it's sort of a deck builder, and that's why I want to showcase it. It's a different kind of deck builder. It works very differently. First, you are building 3 piles instead of 1 pile, and you don't draw a hand of cards. You only are able to play the top card of each pile, and you don't shuffle. When you play a card, you put it back on the bottom of each deck. So these are the key differences. As you see, here are my 3 piles. Each pile has 2 cards, and on top is the Patriarch card that is the same on each pile. I'm playing a 2-player game because, like most deck builders, I think it works best for 2 players. Although I've only played it once, but I'm pretty sure it works best as 2 players. Board Game Geek says the same. How does this game work? You have 5 different spices in 5 different colors here. Each player starts with 3 of them. You start with 3 gold and 3 mules. And with 6 starting cards, 2 in each pile. This is my deck, and this is my opponent's Fritz Blitz piles. So each pile is public information. You can see what each other player has. So how does this game work? Basically you get points by fulfilling these contracts, where you have to pay these spices and these mules, and maybe sometimes gold, and you have sometimes have, or I think most of the times, you have a requirement of how many mules you have. So you have to have 4 mules, but you have to pay only 1, and these spices to get 5 points. You can only fulfill those contracts if you play a card that says fulfill a contract, so you can't take an action to fulfill a contract or something like that. So yeah, I have 3 piles here. The Patriarch card has 2 sides. On the other side is the Matriarch side, and they have different actions. You can play in Patriarch to turn it over to the Matriarch side if you want to, or you can draw 2 cards from the standard deck, this deck with 76 cards, choose one and place the Patriarch on the bottom, and then the new acclaimed card on the bottom of the deck. And then on the next turn you can play the card that's below the Patriarch, basically. And so you cycle through the piles, and the pile gets bigger and bigger, because every time you have to play the Patriarch, that gets you a new card in that pile, and you see those cards in that pile less often, always less often. If you don't want to add a card to your pile, you can turn it to the Matriarch side, but the Matriarch side, if you play that, you have to add a card to the pile, so it only delays adding a card to that pile. But the Matriarch side adds a card from the discard pile to the pile, so discard pile is now empty, but every time you choose 2 and discard 1 and add 1 to your deck, the discard pile gets bigger and bigger. So the metric is better later in the game when when the discard pile is bigger and you desperately need one of those cards for your strategy. You can add that card. So what do I do now? Let's see what cards I have. I have the Wainwright, which is worth 1 point. Red means you trash this card or take it out of the game. So I can trash this card to set mules to 5 or trash this card to set gold to 6. Okay, then the Prophet, worth 1 victory point. I can search the discard pile, take 1 card and places it at the back of one of your caravans. Yeah, each pile is called caravan. This is better later in the game when there are cards in the discard pile. And then I have the Scribe, so I can it sets mules to 1 and I can complete a small contract for free, and there's currently this one small contract there for 2 victory points. I think I want to see the Scribe first. I'm the first player, so that I can fulfill the small contract. And then I take the Wainwright on the front to, after I set the mules to 1, to set the mules back to 5. I think I'll do that. Let's see what my opponent has. He has the Village Beauty. All other players must move their patriarchs to the front of their caravans. Current player then takes another turn. So it's a free action basically. He gets another turn, and it's an attack to if I have a lot of non-patriarch cards on the bottom, he can attack me and force me to put the patriarchs back on top of the deck. Then he has the Grocer. He can either keep it to increase the gold by 1 or trash it to complete 1 contract. But he is able to fulfill the small contract, but I will do that first, so he's not able to do that. And he can fulfill the special contracts. It only takes 2 gold and he has to have 1 mule, and he gets 6 black spices. I'm not sure, I think it's pepper, but the other ones he can't fulfill. And the Woman of the Woods, he can trash it to complete 1 small or large contract, or trash it to increase all of his 5 spices by 1. So let's start and activate that patriarch, because I want to see the Scribe first. I want to draw 2 cards from the standard deck. Okay, I can either take the Farrier, which... wow, I have to pay 6 gold and a mule to draw 3 contacts from the stack, complete all special orders for free, and 1 small order. I don't think I want that, because then... well, I can take it, but then I have to set with Wainwright the gold to 6 to take that action. Or I can take the Imposter, which increases my gold by 2, or any spice by 2, or trash it to remove 1 card from this caravan. I think I take the Imposter. And that is my turn. And let's tune in later when it's back in my turn again. So my opponent did his turn. Woman of the Woods in the front. Yeah, so I have to activate my Scribe. And what I didn't find out here on Kashgar, on the implementation here on Yukata D, is how do I show what the card below does. I only see the bottom two cards, and I can click here on what my cards do, but I can't click on Patroness here. Anyway, he discarded the Hawker. Fulfill one small contract or special contract for any missing pieces you can replace 1-to-1 with gold. Alright. So I activate my scribe. And fulfill this contract. And finish my move. And there's another small contract. So he can fulfill it. Alright. So my opponent did his turn. So add Grey Eminence and discarded the Traveling Merchant. For each gold paid, increase mule by 1 and or spices by 2. Alright. And yeah, I know already what I want to do. I want to play the Wainwright, so I activate a Patriarch. So I have the Planter. For 1 black spice I can increase gold by 1 and 3 of the spices by 2. That's pretty good. And a Debt Collector. For each contract fulfilled, increase. That's not good yet. I mean, it's not bad. I get 1 gold on a black spice. But I rather have the Planter, I think. So I add the Planter. And finish my move. Before I do that, I forgot to say the game finishes as someone has 25 points. So yeah, this will take a couple of turns still. Alright, see you soon for the next move. Alright, so Fritz Blitz activated his 3rd Patriarch, so he has 3 different of his starting cards on the front, and added another Patroness. I'm curious what the Patroness does, but I can't seem to find out how to see that. Anyway, and a Market Woman, which increases the spices, all of the spices by 1, is in a discard. Alright, I activate the Wainwright, and this is my turn. Alright, he activated his Grocer to get 1 gold. I have to be careful because of his Village Beauty. So I don't want to... I only want 1 pile that hasn't a Patriarch on top. I think I activate the Planter pile. The profit is not that useful. Well... I really want the Hawker. I really want the Hawker to fulfill 1 small contract or special contract. Yeah. I think I activate that pile and get a Hawker. So get 2 cards and then search a discard pile, take a card and place it on the back of one of your caravans. Yeah. Okay, I get a Spice Merchant, so I don't need the Hawker anymore desperately, because I have Spice Merchant is much better. This is worth -1 victory point, but it can complete any contract. That's really good. Alright, so what did he do? Imposter added it to caravan. So the gray eminence is now on front. Search discard pile. Take one card and place it at the back of this caravan. Yeah. Or trash it to draw a special card and put it at the back of the caravan. He probably does that. There are special cards, 12 of them. I think it's this pile. And they're really strong versions of the normal cards. Do I activate? Let's see, what do I need for this here? This is very good here. I want to do that contract here. I can fulfill it with all that I have. So I think... yeah, because this one needs one mule. This one needs one mule. Then I don't have the 5 mules that I need for this contract. And the Spice Merchant can complete any contract. So I activate my profit. What card do I get from it? Charlatan gives me gold, but I don't need gold, I think. What do I need? Market Woman is nice to increase all the spices. I could get the Debt Collector because I need black spices for the planter. And it can even draw me a special card for each of my fulfilled contracts. Ah, but I can only keep one. Yeah, I think I take the Debt Collector. So... oh, I can put it in any pile. I didn't realize that. I think I put it in this pile because this is the pile that I'm going through anyway. Okay. So my opponent activated the Grey Eminence as expected, but did not choose to get a special person. He got the Farrier. I don't know what the Farrier does. It's kind of bad. I wish you could see that. Anyway, I want to activate the Patriarch. Let's see. The Grocer is now there to complete one contract. Yeah, but he can't take the contract away from me. He has only 3 mules. He can only fulfill a small or special contract. Yeah, that's good. So I activate the Patriarch. Ooh, I can get a Grey Eminence. Mule Handler is also nice. I don't have a way to get more mules. I think I take the Mule Handler. After fulfilling contracts with my Spice Merchant, I need a way to get more mules. I have ways to increase gold and spices, but I don't have a way to increase mules. Yeah, I take that. Okay, he activated his Grocer and got 1 gold. Well, I just do that and fulfill this contract. And that's it. Right, he added Hawker to the caravan. He has a pretty big caravan already. It's not really good what you really want. I think you want small caravans so that you can cycle through the deck more often. So a new large contract got added. Is it the same as this one? Similar. Here 4 brown and 1 red, and here 1 brown and 4 red. Okay, so I need to get more spices again. So I think I go to the planter. No, let's activate the debt collector first. Because he still has his village beauty on front, yeah. So activate debt collector. And yeah, get 2 black spices and 2 gold. So what did my opponent do? Nothing? Oh, he passed and put the village beauty back here. That's always the option. You can always pass, but not on the patriarch or the matriarch. These you have to choose one action, but on all other action cards you can always choose to pass and just put the card on the back. Yeah, I think I go to the planter now. So do that. Let's see. Draw 2 contracts from the stack. If possible, fulfill one of them. It's not a possibility to fulfill contracts, or 2 contracts from the stack. Complete 1 wheel field for free. I like the farmer. The farmer is nice because it gives points at the end of the game for each wheat field you fulfilled, and there are no wheat fields left. And it also costs 1 gold, but the planter always gives me 1 gold for a farmer. Yeah, I take the farmer. Farmer's really good. Farmer. And that's my turn. Alright, he activated his patriarch, but action 2, so he turned it into a matriarch. And the patroness now is in front. For each card, including this one, the caravan increase mules by 1 and spices by 1. Ah, he wants to increase the mules basically. I think that's the goal. So he can fulfill one of the large contracts with a woman of the woods. I don't think I can prevent that. I know what to do. I want to activate the planter. Alright. So he didn't activate his patroness. I'm confused. Impostor for 2 pink spices. Alright. What was I going to do? Let's see, what can I fulfill? I have enough mules. Here I need 4 red, and here I need 4 brown. Here I have enough for the small contract. But I rather want to fulfill one of these here. Yeah, I think I take the imposter to increase one of my spices by 2 so that I can fulfill one of those large contracts. I think that's the best thing I can do. So I don't think I want a matriarch yet. Draw 2 special cards, place 1 at the back of this caravan. For 4 gold. I have a lot of gold. But 4 gold is a lot. The good thing is this other one here. Remove a patriarch from one of your caravans. That's really good. If you're in the middle of the game, you don't want to add more cards, and then this can be really handy. I don't like all those cards where there's a risk if you can fulfill one of them. I think I take this one. And yeah, that's my move. So now he activated his Patroness. And yeah, I want to wait which one I increase, I think. Oh, he has the Village Beauty on top. I should... Oh, he's probably... He has the Village Beauty on top of the deck again. So I think... But he can't... I thought he can now fulfill a large contract, but he hasn't 4 of red and or brown either. Here I think I have enough in my pile. I think I take this patriarch and turn it to the matriarch side. And if I understand the rules correctly, Village Beauty says move their patriarchs. I don't think I have to move it if it's on the matriarch side. So I think I make this. Okay, he activated Grey Eminence and added Guild Lord. I'm not sure what Grey Eminence does. Such a discard pile, take 1 card and place it at the back of the caravan. Alright. So I activate Mule Handler now and increase my mules by 2. And then I increase one of my spices by 2 and complete 1 contract. My opponent passed again, so the Village Beauty, I think, passed again on the Village Beauty. He doesn't want to get rid of the point, but I think it's worth it. Now, can he take away that from me? He has a Matriarch, Farrier, and Woman of the Woods. No, I don't think so. So I take the Imposter. I think I want to increase red by 2. Everything else I should have. Yeah, if I take this one, I have 0 in brown and I rather have 1 in red. So I take this one and what? Ah, there you can see what every spice is. Ginger is white, cloves is pink, pepper is black, star anise, is brown and cinnamon is red. So I think I take cinnamon to 5 and finish my move. So my opponent activated Matriarch and added Guild Lord to his caravan. Okay. I complete a contract, right? And this one. And now I have a lead of 8 points. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. See you soon. Alright, he activated the Patroness, so he added 4 brown spices and loses 1 gold. So I basically want 4 brown or 2 red to fulfill the next contract. I think I want to get to my planter, which gives me 2 red. No brown though. How do I get brown? The only way is the imposter. But it only gives me 2 brown and I need 3 brown. So the large contract is kind of difficult to get. Yeah. I think I just fulfilled a small contract with 2 red and see what I get. So I activate the Patriarch here. Oh, Market Woman, yeah. Or set any of to 5, that's a really good. Which one do I take? That's both really good. I think I take the Night Watch because then I can get brown to 5 easily. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so he fulfilled a contract. I didn't see that he could do that. Alright. So which one is new? This one, right? 3 brown ones. I don't have enough. Yeah, I think I activate the farmer. No luck. Alright. Alright, he activated his Patriarch and added a Caravan Woman. In discard pile is another farmer. Alright. I just activate my planter. Okay. My opponent apparently passed again. It said that it's not written there with which card he passed with. So I want to go to the Spice Merchant because I can fulfill this contract. Then let's do this. 3 black spices and 3 gold. Great. Alright, so he activated his Patriarch and added a Spice Merchant. Ah, that's the one. Yeah, so he gets a minus 1 victory point. So I still want to get to my Spice Merchant, so I activate my Matriarch. So, but what do I get? Let's see what I have in my caravan. I get +2 mules here, I can complete a contract, and I get black spices and gold. I maxed out on gold. I should be, after the Spice Merchant, I should probably activate Nobles and get a good card out of it. Maybe it's a little bit late, but yeah, I don't need that much gold, and I get it back after I played my Debt Collector. I think exactly 4 gold I get back. Yeah. So what do I get? I don't need a hawker because I have the spice merchant in the row. In another row it would be nice, but I don't think in this caravan it is good. Oh, for each gold paid increase, so I can convert gold into mules. That's not that useful because I have the mule handler. I get to 7 mules already. But any spice plus 2, that's quite useful. Because I need brown spices. That's what I need to fulfill this contract. And I have the night watch. So I can set brown to 5. So I don't need that either. I can't get the Grey Eminence because it has a trash action. I can get another planter. That might be useful. Charlatan is useless. Draw 2 contracts from the stack, complete 1 wheat. I can get the other farmer. Ooh, I like that. And this gives me 2 points. It's maybe too early to get that. All other players flip their patriarchs and matriarchs. The caravan cards remain in the same positions. Place a card from one of your caravans at the back of this caravan. So yeah, I think I get a farmer. So activate that and get the farmer. Okay, he activated Guild Lord, paid 3 gold, and fulfilled a wheat field. Oh no, I want a wheat field for my farmers. 1 point. Can I see what? No. He has no gold now. Okay. Guild Lord. Patroness. Oh, he has no gold to activate his Patroness now, and he has 2 Patroness on front. And he cannot activate his Farrier either. Oh, that's kind of bad. He probably discussed the Farrier and activates the Corrosive so he can activate his Patroness. Well, that's not my problem. So yeah, I want to get to my Spice Merchant, so increase that by 2. Is 6 the max? 6 might be the max. I thought 9. Maybe on mules 6 the max. No. Okay. So he passed like expected. But he passed the Patroness. Okay, I thought he passed on the Farrier. So I complete 1 contract. This one. So I'm leading with 6 points. What is my goal now? I think nobles before I activated debt collector so that I can get a special card. Maybe it gives me some points. I don't know the special cards very well. I think they're very helpful if you get them early, but maybe there are some good in there to get later. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, he activated his Patriarch and added a breeder, which gave him 1 point. Let's see. Do I want another card from the as Patriarch, or do I rather want to turn it into the Matriarch side? I think I want to add a Hawker here, so that I can fulfill contracts more frequently besides the Spice Merchant. This is because my only option to... Yeah, let's turn it on the Matriarch side and then activate the nobles. So he activated his market woman in the right row. Okay. I'm activating nobles. Oh, I have no choice. What does the cupbearer do? It gives me 1 point. Remove 1 card from one of your caravans. Wow, that's really good. Or remove up to 2 cards from one of your caravans. I'm guessing I can't remove a patriarch. I'm not sure. We can try it out soon. I never played with this card before. We'll see. And it seems that my opponent passed again. I haven't looked yet at the new contract. It seems that I can fulfill it, but my opponent can do as well. And he can use his grocer to complete it. He probably will do so. Yeah, so I guess I don't get the points. He has to sacrifice 1 point to get 5 points. Well, I want to get to my spice merchant as soon as possible anyway, so I think I go again the middle caravan route and activate my debt collector. To get 4 black spices and 4 gold. So he activated his grocer, got 1 gold. Couldn't he fulfill a contract with it? Maybe he does. I think if he got rid of it, he could fulfill a contract. Maybe he just wants to activate his hawker in 2 turns. I can activate my spice merchant only in 4 turns. That's sad. I won't be able to fulfill the contract before then. Well, I try at least, and I don't want to add another card in this row, so I just do that. So he activated his patriarch. Now the hawker's in front, but he can only fulfill a small or special contract with it. Yes, so I can fulfill the large contract. Great. First, I activate my farmer. And I don't have luck. That's sad. Okay, so he activated his hawker and fulfilled a small contract. It's weird. I think I have to review the footage, but I think the grocer could have fulfilled the large contract. Now I have it way easier to fulfill the large contract. There's a new large contract with 6 points even, but that costs 3 mules. If the mule handler would be after the spice merchant, it would be okay. And it costs 6 white spices, and I don't have 6 of the white spices. Although I could get it with the imposter beforehand. I could increase it to 6 and get 6 points. Wait a second. I think I do that. I activate a mule handler. I have 6 mules. I activate the imposter. I have 6 white spices. I activate the spice merchant. I have 23 points. I activate the matriarch and get the courtesan. I have 25 points. So in 4 turns I have 1. Can he do something to prevent that? He has the village beauty. That would be kind of bad if we activate that. But I still think there's no way he can... Yeah, let's do that. Increase by 2. And that's it. He got 2 gold. I noticed that it doesn't matter that the mule handler is after the spice merchant because before the spice merchant, because I get 2 mules again before I get to the spice merchant, which puts me up against to 5 mules before I can fulfill a large contract again, which is really what I want. So it does, even if my plan doesn't work out, I can get up to 5 mules. Okay, so I increase that. I have 6. Yeah, 6. So he activated Grey Eminence and added Courtesan to the Karen? Wasn't that... No! 1 turn too early! No! Oh! Boy! I could have won in 2 turns. I can't get the Grey Eminence, so I can't get points for my matriarch now. Maybe my nobles will get me a 2-pointer. I don't know if in the special cards is a card with 2 points. This is really annoying. What do I do now? Which contract do I take now? That's the main question. What does he have? One, 2, 3. I think he can get this way easier. He has 5 mules, 3 white spices, 2 of the black spices, 1. He only needs 1 pink. And if he activates his Guild Lord and fulfill another contract, I might be in trouble. I for sure want to fulfill one of the contracts now, but I'm not sure which one. He needs 6 of the white spices. Is there a way he can easily get... Yeah, he can activate his Patroness. One of his Patroness. And he has a Farrier, but he needs 6 gold for that. And he doesn't have 6 gold. So he can activate his Patroness and get a lot of the white spices. But he does, and he has to activate both Patronesses to get, it's more difficult. So I think I take the 5er. I can still reset it. I am not sure. 6. Wait a second. Nah, I can't see it again. So it took... It's really bad. It's really bad. Man, I would have won in 2 turns. I didn't notice the Grey Eminence, but I don't think I could have prevented that he activated his Grey Eminence before I could activate my Matriarch. I don't think I could have prevented it. I have to review the footage here. Alright. So he activated Guildlord and indeed fulfilled a small contract. So it's only 3 points difference now. And if he gets the 6-pointer, I am trouble. I think he can get it with 2 patronesses and then Spice Merchant. What is my plan? I think my plan is Matriarch. Oh, I don't think I'm fast enough. I have to calculate that now. He has enough mules, so he only needs black and white spices. And he can get it with his patronesses. That's 2, and then the Spice Merchant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns, and he wins. I can fulfill the small contract for 2 points. But I need to get to my Spice Merchant to do that. That's 5 turns. But then I'm short 1 point. I can also activate my Matriarch, get the Hawker. It's 1, Nobles 2, Cupbearer 3, Impostor 4, Matriarch 5, that's 6 turns. Because the Nobles probably will get me 1 more point. But it's 6 turns. If the... No, I can remove the Imposter. So Matriarch, Nobles, Cupbearer, remove the Imposter, even maybe the Patriarch. I would remove the Patriarch if possible. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns. Oh, that's really close. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, he can also complete a contract with his grocer, but that means he hasn't enough points. He would get 24 points with it, because he loses 1 point if he activates his grocer. I was first player. I think even he gets another turn. I think I try that with the Matriarch. Because the small contract, I don't have red or brown spices for that. And I can get 2 spices with the Imposter, but it's not enough. The Night Watch would give me 5 in red, but I still, that's not enough either. I could rely on my luck and activate a Farmer again, but it's really risky. If the wheat field gives me 1 point, I get immediately 3 points, because I get 2 more points from the farmers. Then I would have enough for 25 points in only 3 turns, but I don't know if I am able to fulfill that. and I don't want to take the risk. Say that both my farmers, if farmer activation didn't give me wheat field, this would have been 3 points for sure, and I would have already won. So I think I stick to that plan. I hope that the card that I get from Nobles gives me at least 1 point. Otherwise, this doesn't work out really well. Okay, so Matriarch. I can get it, right? The Hawker, yeah. Small contract or special contract. Oh, I can even fulfill the small contract with it. Would give me 1 more point because I can pay with gold. If that matters. Alright, so activate that. Get the Hawker. So he activated his patroness as expected, but he chose pink spices? What? Why? Am I missing something? Why pink? Anyway, I do that. I think I'd take the Cinnamon Prince. I don't need that. Or do I? It doesn't really matter what I take. I only need 2 points from a small contract from my Hawker. Doesn't matter. Okay, he activated his Patriarch and added a planter. There's no point. Now the breeder is on front. He gets to 7. I'm not sure what he's doing. So I will remove the Patriarch. Okay, he activated his breeder. Not sure what he's trying to do now. But I win in 2 turns, right? So I increase the spice by 2. Not sure which one. I don't think it matters. Let's increase white for the large contract. So he activated his farrier and fulfilled a small contract and a wheat field. Oh boy! So we are even on points. And he can complete 1 contract. But the only contract he can fulfill is the one that I am going to complete now. And I think he gets a turn now, extra turn now after I do that, because I was start player. I'm sure we get even amount of turns. All right, so I can fulfill a free. Because I can pay with with gold. I forgot about that. I think I still take this one because he can't. And yeah, one more turn. And he activated his market woman and I win. Yay! It goes close in the end as I thought. I had a pretty big lead over the whole game, I think. But it got really close at the end. I was really worried here. Alright, leave some comments how you like the game. How you like the new format. Playing games here on Yukata.de, maybe later on boardgamearena.com or other sites. Maybe on the Vessel engine or something. And leave some suggestions what games I should play. And yeah, leave some feedback. I like to hear from that. See you soon. Bye.